reality. And I started hearing a voice echo inside of me. My body and mind slowly separate, melt away. As he grows stronger, my soul's only begins to fade. Powerful force is growing inside of me. Time takes away and it slowly takes over me. Better adjust me, or do I not matter? No helping hands or kind-hearted gestures. Then there is only him, and he was the first of them. Now he is returned for all that was part of him. Everything took from him, through me he lives again. And all you will suffer for what they had done to him. That what was done to him, that what they did to him. Tear down the veils and burn away the world of foe. Soon you'll shall see what grows inside of me. The mirror is coming, and soon you will finally see. And when he starts coming, you better get to running. He's aiming for your throats, and all the blood is pumping. These commands that are driving won't be seen subsiding. It's beginning of the end, and all you are dying. Sickness is rising, it's feeding on my inside, so nothing remains. Then he is free flying, all hope is lost. There's no chance to save you now. Unfolding legacy set in motion before the sound. No sense of sanity, lost my grip on reality. And I started hearing the voice echo inside of me. My body and mind slowly separate, melt away. As he grows stronger, my soul slowly begins to fade. No sense of sanity, lost my grip on reality. And I started hearing the voice echo inside of me. My body and mind slowly separate, melt away. As he grows stronger, my soul slowly begins to fade.
La di da di da, la di da, la di da, la di motherfucking da.
Yeah, choose your own fate. We out here trying to relate, no debate. That's great. Now we on similar speed, but different levels. Adjust my attitude with the bass and treble. Yeah, taste it.
Be the substance that you wanna taste. Design the circumference of your own space. Elevate beyond the hate. Dig what we create. Party in your own way. Choose your own mind state. Be the substance that you wanna taste. Design the circumference of your own space. Elevate beyond the hate. Dig what we create. Party in your own way. Choose your own mind state. Yeah.
The party is within you, be what you're into. All talk, no action. Most people just cap and be the captain, the rest just a fraction. They call it delusion, no confusion. Mix your substance like an alchemist. No pacifist, I'll pacifist if a motherfucker tries to come after this. Still I'm here to party, still I'm on that activist shit. Ballpoint with my pen, tell me homie where you been. You and your habits, friend, tell me where you been.
Be the substance that you wanna taste. Design the circumference of your own space. Elevate beyond the hate. Dig what we create. Party in your own way. Choose your own mind state. Be the substance that you wanna taste. Design the circumference of your own space. Elevate beyond the hate. Dig what we create. Party in your own way. Choose your own mind state. Yeah.
Yeah, been a grip since I seen you, so here's a tip. Come cleaner, own your shit, your actions. Nobody around me gonna judge you for what you dug through. Just don't get so spun out, no coming back from a drought. Share that water responsibly. They overcharge a fee, we headed toward divinity. As above, so below. Reap the seed that you sow. We gonna grow, no waste. Be the substance that you wish to taste. Yeah, taste it.
Be the substance that you wanna taste. Design the circumference of your own space. Elevate beyond the hate. Dig what we create. Party in your own way. Choose your own mind state. Be the substance that you wanna taste. Design the circumference of your own space. Elevate beyond the hate. Dig what we create. Party in your own way. Choose your own mind state. Yeah. La di da di da. La di da. La di da di. Motherfucking da di da. Let's party, y'all. Motherfucking da.
So, here we are again. No haters. 9 o'clock on a Saturday night if you happen to be on the East Coast. If not, well, you know, whatever time it happens to be. And that light is really annoying, isn't it? I need to fix that. That angle is just not good. There we go. That works. I'll just do what I have to do, I guess, when playing music. So, for those of you who are here and actually heard that, new EP coming out by Protomorphic. Not released yet. So, yes. Ha! Privileges. Alright. No, not really. I'm lucky enough to have, I mean, you guys think enough of me to send me shit before it's out, before it's released. So, that's awesome, and I'm very, very, very honored. Love it. I know they're going to be in at some point, I'm sure. So, because Earworm crew, they will be in because tonight, Canna CDK. It's going to be awesome. Earworm's got the goods. They got a lot of people all over the place. And they're working they work their asses off. Very honestly, they're always doing shit. So, anyway, so Protomorphic, new stuff here. I'm going to be playing another song later. I haven't quite figured out which one. There's like 2 that I'm working on. That was called Be the Substance. Really awesome. Looking forward to hearing more. And I'm looking forward to being released so everybody else can actually listen to it too. You know how that goes. You know how I am. Share the joy. So that's what we're doing here. So, speaking of that, that's going to be like a new thing that I'm going to start doing. I'm going to, if somebody's got a new album or whatever coming out, let me know if you want me to start looking at it ahead of time, reviews, or you got something you just released, whatever. I got you covered. I'm going to try to start doing reviews like that. I mean, you know, not bad reviews, just I'm going to look at it and play a song or 2 off it during the show and, you know, see what happens. I'm not doing that trash or fire thing. It's not what No Haters is about. I mean, I get it. It is what it is and whatever, and it gets people interested, but nah, I'm good. It's all fucking fire, and if it's not, you know, I don't know, fuck with it. But I haven't heard anything yet from y'all that isn't, so somebody's doing something right. And other news, the cipher that is now out of the bag is underway. Waiting on a little bit of something to go down, and engineers got it and is working his magic as we speak. Well, he probably is doing it as we speak, which is why he's not here. But yeah, so that's going, and I'm gonna start dropping little bits and pieces of that here and there, you know, little teasers for everybody, and so because not everybody really even knows it exists or what's on it, so I'm going to start doing promotions for that shit. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying, you know, I mean, I get it, and everybody's got different taste, and that's fine, that is what it is. That mainstream mindset, if that's what you got and that's what you like, then that's what you like. I ain't going to tear it down. It's not for me. You know, and part of the reason it's not for me is that. Oh yeah, so for those of you who are watching this after the fact and can't see it, Sedusa says they like to trash my music on those music reviews because they only fuck with auto-tune, all sounds the same. And yeah, it kind of does to me and to us. It doesn't to them, so whatever. You know, I mean, they love it, but yeah, so No Haters Cypher, we're doing it real. You know, we're doing it raw. We're putting the real musicians on there. The one that's, not that there's anything wrong, again, you know, I'm not hating. And I got mad respect for you, you know, y'all got a following from hell. That's great. But I'm just not down with that particular clown. Now there's a clown I'm down with, Sick Side in the house. What's going on, brother? Was just talking about the Cypher a little bit and the whole I'm not doing a trash or fire thing, but I'm going to start reviewing stuff. And because I had somebody else sent me, well, I have the new Protomorphic EP not released yet, and I've got that. I'm already played one song beforehand. I'm going to play another one later on because it's really good shit. You know, I haven't heard anything I didn't like come out of Earworm yet, or like I was saying earlier, out of any of y'all. So you said your lyrics were whack, and he was like, y'all say that about all hardcore, and that's the thing, you know. And that's, unfortunately, that's where I would love to go, you know, fuck y'all, you haters, fucking die in a ditch. But everybody's got their own fucking opinions. Everybody's got their own, what's going on, Wicked intentions in the house. Everybody's got their own tastes, you know. Oh, Canna CDK has joined us, man of the hour. So, and like I was saying, you know, the whole, it's a personal taste thing. I don't get down with it. But, you know, you can be down with it all day long. Anybody who wants to. It doesn't really make any difference. Couldn't care less. And they're talented people, you know. It's just, it's not my thing. And the problem is they just don't like horrorcore. I don't know if it's they're too sensitive or what. But, yeah, good, you know. Man, everybody's talking shit, brother. That's why we fucking here in the first place. No haters. Whoa. That's what we do, is, you know, we talk about the haters. And that's why we're here, is because of the fucking haters. So fuck all them. Yeah, fuck that stupid music reviews. You know, all this shit on here is fucking fire. Yeah, they are, you know, but whatever, you know. And this goes back to the question I've been asking for years and years and years. Who the fuck decided what the singles are? Who decided what the popular songs off these albums are going to be? I mean, I'm a thrasher from way back, you know. I used to listen to Metallica long before the fucking Black Album. And when the Black Album dropped, you know, like everybody else, I heard the first couple of songs on the radio. And I was like, oh, Enter Sandman, that's fucking awesome. And they kept playing it. And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, it's getting kind of old. But, oh, Unforgiven, there's a new one. Oh, that's cool, that's good, but I already had the album and been listening to it, and those were already not my favorite. Those were very good songs. Don't get it wrong. We'll never say anything bad about those boys. They've been at it forever, and they're old school thrashers, regardless of what direction they might take or what internal bullshit they might have happen. Like, whatever family, you know, all families are dysfunctional to a point. And you'll never say anything bad about them. The Black Album, I'm just not... It's not my favorite album by them, and my favorite songs are not the two that got overplayed. My favorite songs are Of Wolf and Man and Struggle Within, and Wherever I Roam. You know, that's my... Exactly, yeah, you know, haters make our day. You know, it's like my fucking verse. Fuck all y'all, you know, you're just fans. You know? You're just jealous you can't fucking be me. You can't be with me. Suck it up, Buttercup. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. So I sent an invite to our guest of honor. I don't know if he actually got it or not. I know a lot of people aren't really here that often, so... You know, we're on Instagram. I've been doing these things long. I figured it out, you know, trial and error, how to do this and how to accept invites. And yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, you know, they do. That's part of it, too. You know, they're fucking jealous that we get out here and we do our thing and we don't give a shit what people think. You know, those motherfuckers, they're not going to split their fucking goat like this. They're not going to run around with a clown mask on. They're not going to run around with face paint on and contacts in, colored shit. They're not going to wear this shit we do. They're not going to walk up to each other in the street and go, whoa, whoa. They're just not, because of whatever reason, you know. I mean, if they genuinely just, oh, that isn't me, that's great. That's not you. Cool. One, don't fucking hate on me for doing it, asshole. And two, oh, I fucking hope so. Yeah, because... Sorry, yeah, sidetrack. So we got a lot of us going to the gathering. You know, I've been talking to people, and Wicked was saying he's going to the gathering. I know last we know, Miss Sedusa here was planning on being there. Six Side, last I knew, was planning on being there. Nah? Aw. It's all right. We'll party for you, brother. You know, we gotta hook up at some point in the middle or whatever, or get you out to the East Coast or something. Let's sit down and fucking do what we do. Chill. You know, I mean, we can do that shit all day like this, but it's a whole lot easier, you know, face to face to face. I'm wondering if Canna walked off or something. Is still there. So, yeah, so we've got, if we can get the invite to work. Oh, there he is. Go
What's
on,
up?
brother.
Not much. Trying to get this shit to work.
I feel, man, it was trial and error for me the first time. You should have seen me. I was trying to get this and couldn't get the invite to work. I couldn't figure out how to invite people. That was almost a game.
Oh, no, I got this. Where is it? Where are you? There, yeah. I got my shit all actually tried to be like all set up, looking all nice and all that, and then it's just like, no.
Yeah, that's sometime in the future we're definitely we're gonna fix that. So for right now, we're doing I'm just doing this like Instagram style because it's easy here anyway. What?
Yeah, this worked out. It's what.
Sorry, Bradful was like, she just walked in. She's like, it threw me out. Sorry, baby. I don't know.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
It happens all the time, you know.
For real.
Going on, Ghost? Yes, my dear. You gonna come say hi? So,
hello.
Bradful. Okay. Love you. So anyway, yeah. So brother, this is like I said, I'm telling you, this is real fucking laid back. This is chill shit right here. We're just gonna, you know, play some music if that's what we want to do. I got, I don't know if you caught. I don't think you were in yet. I played a song off the new Protomorphic disc that's coming out because Grim sent that to me earlier. And I'm doing this new like, not really review thing, but kind of like a review thing. You know, play a new song off a new album or something that ain't dropped yet that I got a hold of and.
Oh, yeah.
Let everybody hear it. Let everybody preview it.
Shit, I wish I had something lined up myself. I would have thrown something in here. I mean, I could probably put something together if that's what you're down for.
Well, shit, it's whatever you want to do, brother. You can like, I don't know if you saw the one from last week, but it was Grim and it ended up being Grim, Proto, and Jay, and they were styling, and Jay did a couple of tracks on his own, and
yep. No, I did. I caught that. It's a little more quiet here. I mean, I live in Vermont too, so I mean, I'm up on the mountain, and everybody has to flock to us, you know.
Really secluded, but that's going to be nice if anything stupid goes down, you know, like globally, because
that's what everybody says.
You know,
they said, "What are you going to do when shit goes down?" I said, "Nothing. Just wait for everybody to arrive."
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. You know, and we all know where to go. Because we ducks, you know, we know this shit.
Go to the compound. Earworm headquarters.
Yes, sir. All day.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's awesome. No, I did catch the show, not as the show happened, but I watched it, after the fact. Grim actually shared it in the Earworm. We have a chat for all the artists and stuff, so he did share it in there, but I was off doing my own thing at the time, and by the time I got it, it was all over anyway. But that's awesome. I mean, it was a great show. It's cool that you do this. I mean, in general, there's not many people. It's usually very, not trying to throw any shade or anything, but a lot of times it's more biased. Whether some they either already have their mind made up about who they're having on the show, or it's super structured, like you got to do this, and then they kind of send you out. But
I'm not about all that. sink or
Definitely
swim,
feel that.
whatever. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna do my fucking thing, brother. And before
Oh, yeah,
I
I feel
get
that.
up, Jay, nice to have you in the room.
I'll go- See, this is why I wanted to have it on my laptop. I'm sitting here like the old man, just kind of like squinting.
I feel it. Well, you see the
How do I make this bigger?
like 3 years ago, I didn't fucking need glasses, and then suddenly my vision. I just reached an age, I guess, and my vision just started deteriorating. So now I need. I discovered I have a stigmatism in one eye, and then both of them I need the magnification for. So
Yeah,
I'm
my friend
doing
has that
that
thing.
myself. You know, that's the only reason I can see it is it's actually a little bit bigger here than it is here.
I just use the manual zoom, you know.
Yeah, old school. We're doing this shit old school, man.
Old school, man. So first thing I'm just going to throw out there is, since we're here and on the subject of music,
All
I
right.
have a new album dropping later this summer. I know Grim mentioned it last time, probably more than I will, because I don't like talking about myself too much. But I have Self-Sustained dropping later on this summer. First album ever that I have done everything 100%. I mean, from the instrumental to the writing of the lyrics, recording, production, artwork, everything from beginning to end. The only thing I'm not doing myself is physically making the CDs because I don't know how to do that. So, I mean, I know how to burn CDs, but I don't know how to make them look good. You know?
I used to have I mean, I don't know, like discs. Obviously, that's a mass production thing. But I used to have back in the day a photo printer that actually had a tray for printable discs, and that was
DMK of NFG, one of the other Earworm artists.
okay.
He actually has one of those. We haven't utilized it really much with Earworm. NFG has he uses it more for like samplers and things like that. He ends up using them for things that he really ends up handing out at shows for free. But it's really cool. I mean, I had never seen anything like that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, it could do like color, just like if you were printing on like a picture or something like that. I asked him where he got those made because it was cool. He's like, oh, I did this at my house, you know. It was just like, no way.
Yeah, really cool. And I don't know about now, but then you could get I could only get like 2 different colors. You could get them with a white finish, a white matte finish, or a silver finish. And
yeah, his were always white.
What you wanted to do?
Yeah. His were always white. But again, like I was kind of like, cool, I'm going to keep in touch with you about that. And then it just kind of fell to the side. The only thing I've ever like played with myself was that Light Scribe. Like they have DVD or CD burner.
Those two.
Kind of cool, but not really for anything. Like I never use it for CDs. Hopefully nobody from any movie companies are paying attention, but I used to use it for burning movies. I'd burn the title or the cover photo of the movie onto the disc. So it's like Angels and Demons. It would have like fucking, Tom Hanks like on the front of it, like just like burned into it.
Very honest, kind of what I was using it for, because I was buying my music instead of like buying the CDs. I was buying the files. So it's not like I was doing anything illegally, but then I wanted a physical copy of it just in case, a hard drive crashed or whatever. So I would do that. And me being his OCD, and dude, when it comes to my music and my organization there, it's absolutely ridiculous. I have to have everything just so. I have the artist folder, and then within that I have the album folders, and then within that I have the file names have to be artist name, album name, track number, song title.
You're preaching. You're preaching to the choir on that one. I have it organized by sound effects, created by me, popular, which are like clips, because I used to run an internet radio station.
Nice.
Still do, but it's kind of like become a back, it's a branch of the Earworm family tree.
Yeah, Six was mentioning that one day.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Juggalo Radio or Magic Ninja Radio or the Juggalo Community Network. All of these are things that I ran Magic Ninja Radio, really got the biggest. And now that's like a sister radio station to Earworm Radio. Letlove.com, that was another one that I did. Man, for the earlier 2000s, like, 2005, 6, 7, no, probably more like 7. 2007 to about 2014. That's what I mainly did. Is I did web development, web design, all this stuff. And then
I actually took some classes. I started going to school for that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Years ago, but
Yeah, that's what I did that and graphic design.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got headphones all over. Like I said, I was all set up to be using my computer, and now it's like everything's just dangling around. But yeah, so I started that, and then 2015 or 2011 is when I first started music, but it was all therapy. It was just for me. That's it. I didn't want to, I didn't even think anybody would ever want to listen to my music. I made like 4 or 5 songs, and then people started to feel what I was saying, and I was like, holy shit, you actually enjoy this?
Yeah, right.
And
started doing the same thing years ago. I've been writing longer than I can remember, and I don't even have most of it anymore. Like through childhood and early adulthood and shit, whatever. Shit got lost.
Yeah, see, I wish I could say I had been writing since I was like a teenager, and a lot of people think oh, you must have been doing this for ever, start as a kid. It's like I've always had a love for music, and I growing up was singing along with songs and listen to this, but it was always other people's music. And I'm gonna be honest, it was stuff that I would probably be embarrassed if I started dropping names right now of but I love music, and even to this day I still love a variety of music. But I didn't start until I was married. I mean, I got married at 19, and we moved up to Vermont. I mean, not too long after my son was born. I wanted to get him the fuck out of the city, and I was talking about it, and then my wife honestly just looked at me one day, and she was like, either try it and do it, or shut the fuck up about it. And it was the best thing she could have ever said to me. But to bring it around to what you had just said about not having your first, what you first were writing when you first started, I actually found in my notebook the first ever horrible verse that I ever wrote. And it's on yellow, paper that's all faded and, you can almost not even read it. But, man, I want to have it framed. I mean, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, but...
Maybe, but it's yours.
Right. And it's where it started, I started recording music with a Rock Band microphone, USB microphone, and a Fujitsu laptop that my wife got for college. I mean,
Nice.
Not really. It was really, really terrible, man.
It doesn't. You can really do whatever because, fucking, I keep telling you, he's not even in here tonight. But Young Pazuzu. Talented guy. I don't know if you've seen any of his stuff, heard any of that. He's from Alabama. It's more hardcore, but it's definitely hardcore, horrorcore rap. And
what
but he does.
Did you say his name?
Oh, Young Pazuzu.
Young Pazuzu?
Pazuzu.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
Alabama.
He's on the No Haters playlist. I'm pretty sure I got a video on there. He's actually got a part on the cipher I'm putting together too.
Okay.
But he does everything on his phone. He's got.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
No, sorry. It's he's got. I think he's got band. Yeah, there it goes. Seduce put his profile in there. He does everything. I think it's BandLab that he uses, and that's how he records everything. And he even made a video, a full music video, on his phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he have an amazing phone?
Yes, too. It's on the YouTube playlist because I've got a YouTube and a Spotify playlist going right now.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. I didn't even know that I knew you did have YouTube because I've seen it. but I didn't know that you had a Spotify playlist too. So I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Grim handles all that for us.
Right. Some people do one or the other. Some people do both. Some people put some of their stuff on one and some on the other. You know, so it's just kind of what it is. Oh, there's the Mr. Grimm's going on.
Yeah, we're pretty much on everything that we can get onto. I mean, obviously, all the major streaming platforms, you know, we're on. Everything's released through their, you know, we go through distributors. So once we put it up to one, it's, you know, out of our hands basically for the most part, and they just take care of it. But I mean, really, Spotify seems to be one of like the main ones that we're seeing the most. Not even just our popularity. That's not what I'm talking about, but just activity in general. It just seems to be one of the more active places that people are using. That and YouTube Music is like starting to become this huge thing.
Yeah, I haven't messed with YouTube Music really. I just YouTube a little bit, and I've been I've got a few of the first episodes on YouTube already. I was having an issue with one, and I still don't know if it was my computer or not, because I got this shitty little Walmart laptop I'm doing all this shit on.
Whatever works, man. No.
Speaking of, I apologize because I've done fucking animated promos for everybody else. I got yours like half done, and this week has just been, it's just been one of those weird weeks. But I'm done, and I will. I'll ship you a copy of it, probably on here, and I'll get one to Grim, and I'm sure he'll distribute it. And when I put it on YouTube, that'll get tacked on to the beginning of it, so everybody will get to see that animated promo.
Cool. Are you talking about the thing with the video that I sent? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I'm probably going to put that on the end of it. But
okay.
Like, I don't know if you saw. Oh, you saw it after the fact. So, oh well, no, because I didn't have it there. They're floating around on Instagram on my profile. Right. They have these little. They're like 30 to 45 second clips in in promos. I've managed to do one for everybody, and like I said, I've got yours about half done. That was what I had planned on doing today. No.
Just didn't work out. Nah, that's all good. I appreciate you having me on here in general. So, I mean, that's just awesome.
But anyway, so yeah, so I'm working on that, and I've been doing all this on a shitty little laptop. I definitely need an upgrade, but I got my money kind of invested in other things at the moment, so that'll be. I'm looking at tax time. By tax time, I'm going to get a decent computer or have. Like I got a couple people I know who have. I mean, I could do it, but I just don't have the time. But I have a couple people who have plenty of time that if I give them the money, they'll get me the parts and they'll take care of all that, put me together a good real good desktop, so I can do what I have to do. Planning on trading in my Elantra at that point because I'll have her paid off and I'm getting a pickup, which will be nice because I'm actually going to use that for my job. Which if you use right now I have a company truck, which is awesome because they do all the maintenance. The only thing I have to pay for is gas. Yeah,
you don't have to worry about shit with that. Hell yeah.
Exactly. So when I get my own, I'm going to have to do that, but it's also an extra $4 an hour. Yeah, and I'm usually in overtime by Thursday, so whatever. But laptop and phone, cool. Yeah, it's weird because you can watch through your computer, you can watch through your laptop. You can't do anything. You can't post anything. You can't go live.
Well, I have a mod. For my browser, and that's why I thought, like, hey, I'm going to be able to do all of this through my laptop, and I didn't even see that you were live. The only reason I knew that the video had started, I was sitting here, I even said in the Earworm chat, I'm like, oh, I'm just waiting on the invite, guys. And then I got a notification on my phone saying you went live, and I'm like, huh, all right. So I went and tried to, like, go everywhere looking for it, and it just wasn't showing up, so. And I thought I was being all slick because I have a mod, so I could post shit from, to Instagram. But, hey, like I said, we got it to work, so.
Yeah, better late than never. Yeah, it's all good, brother. Like I said, this is a learning process, and I know you're not really on here a whole lot. So thank you for actually taking the time to come on here.
No problem. No problem at all. So one thing that's weird on here is the audio. I feel like as soon as one of us tries to talk, it cuts out. You know what I mean? It's very weird.
That's one of the problems with this, unfortunately, which is why when I get a better system here, that's basically what I'm waiting for. I'm going to switch to something else. I like Zoom. I've used it before, and Zoom calls seem to be pretty good, and I can stream right from Zoom directly onto YouTube, so it'll be Zoom. The Zoom call will go onto YouTube live. And
I noticed that, actually. I was looking that up because I was looking up different methods because, excuse me, we've been looking for something to be able to do that too, because on top of Earworm Entertainment, like the official, we also have EWEAC TV, which is kind of like our overflow channel. But we want to start hosting shows, or, you know, not so much web series, but, you know, periodically, maybe once a month, or, you know, once every 3 months. Haven't decided or anything like that, but just hosting something. So we've been looking into stuff like that. So I figured, see how this goes, and then we could talk, you know, maybe afterwards about, you know, possibilities of, you know, host type stuff. Maybe a little preview for all you who are like paying attention out there and watching this. Something maybe to look forward to.
Yeah, speaking of stuff to look forward to, okay, well, we got another little, since we're right on that, let's go with that right now. The 7th.
Oh, yeah, 7th.
Yeah.
So August 7th, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, the August 7th, the show down in Rhode Island. I mean, we're
Yeah.
going. We've already got it planned.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yep, J Profit, it's the 3rd annual, I believe 3rd annual. 3rd annual Jay and Kiwi's garage show. It's a hip-hop garage show, to be more specific. Yeah, that's totally hosted by, you know, presented by Earworm Entertainment and Third Eye Rise Productions, which is J Profit's production, you know, system, production company. But it's hosted by Jay and Kiwi, which is J Profit's wife. And that's going to be down in Cranston, Rhode Island. I mean, anyone else who's planning or wants to go, you can find it anywhere. I mean, I noticed that, I think that was Grim. I can't really tell. Hold on, manual zoom. I think it was Grim who shared the link. You can go and find, you know, find out more information about that. But yeah, it's actually going to be the first show that for lack of a better way of saying it right now, or to save a little time, I'm going to go by what I call it, double EAC, which is the Earworm Entertainment Artist Collective. It'll be the first time that the EAC has performed together and when I say together, I don't mean like on the same show. I mean, there's no Canna CDK set and Grim Singmuff set and J Profit set. It is going to be all of us as if we were just, you know, it's like a deadly medley almost, or, you know, Dark Lotus without, you know, without the theatrics. But yeah, the first time that we're actually going to be performing one set list that is compiled of our what we call our collective tracks, which doesn't always mean that it's all of us. I mean, it could be just a combination of, you know, there's 7 of us individuals, so 7, and then there's groups. So even if it's an individual collab with another individual, there's also NFG as a group, and then there's the Worm City Syndicate as a group. So just imagine there's just this Mod Podge and just like rat's nest of collabs and songs that we're going to be performing that's totaling to be right around an hour and a half. So lots of water and a lot of practice, let's put it that way.
Right. Well, like I said, we're going to be there. We've already got plans now. And I actually rearranged my schedule for the show since it's Saturday night, so we can stream live from there, give everybody something special.
So I'm sure other people are going to be asking this too, and so I'll just ask it. Typically, because the show's at, you know, 9, your show, are you going to be streaming earlier? Is it going to be a longer show? Or are you still planning to do the same?
Well, they kick after about an hour anyway. What I'm probably going to do is, I was thinking about that. What I'm probably going to do is periodically get like the first few artists that are on before, like the Earworm Collective itself, get like a song or two from the set, and then let my phone rest for a minute, and then get a song or two from the next set and let my phone rest for a minute. Be able to talk to people in and around and before and after and through. It'll be like probably a sporadic thing here and there in chunks of time. If you happen to be, so anybody that's on now, or anybody that happens to see this between now and then and wants to pay attention, because that night's going to be weird. It's going to be all over the place, chaotic. To my name that or and it's going to be all over the place, but it's going to be fucking awesome. And then get done with it afterwards, probably within the next week or so afterwards, I'm going to try and put it all together and put it on YouTube as one show, as one compilation of that whole night.
Yeah. All right. That's really cool. I like that. So I was going to say, and that's the other thing is first of all, I'm telling you right now, you could try to record all the craziness that's going to happen. And I'm just telling you right now, it's not going to happen. You'll get a lot. Don't get me wrong. But trying to, especially, this isn't the first, like I said, this isn't the first garage show, but it's also not, all right, so let me just paint a little picture for you. So the first ever garage show was actually kind of an afterthought. The first garage show wasn't a first annual or a Jay and Kiwi show. It was part of our tour. We did the Wormed Out tour, and we wanted a Rhode Island stop. Our goal was to hit every state in New England, and that was going to be our tour. And we wanted to kind of crunch them all together. So, we, not to be ridiculous, but we wanted to be able to say, we need this week, and we're going to tour. We didn't want it to be a month or on the road forever or anything like that. So we started booking all these places. We got, obviously for Vermont, we did the Earworm headquarters. And then Massachusetts, we booked the Raven in Worcester. And we hit up Maine, this place that was creepy as hell. But that's another story for a different time. And then we were looking for Rhode Island, and we were hitting roadblock after roadblock. And Jay was like, fuck it. He's like, I can clean out my garage and we can do an old school 90s grunge fucking punk thing, and then I just have to also point out, because it's closed now, rest in peace, Cloud 9 in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, which was a fucking amazing place. But anyway, back to the Rhode Island, it was not only a last minute, we just have to do this, and have a Rhode Island place, but it was also on a Monday. So we did a garage show in Cranston, Rhode Island on a Monday in this, just very, very, he lives just outside of Providence, but it's a pretty, nice neighborhood as far as quiet. It's not like that, what you think of when you hear just on the outskirts of Providence, Rhode Island. And it turned out to be the best show that we had on the tour. We had the best turnout of all the places. Don't get me wrong, the entire tour was amazing, a great experience, fun. We had some great people performing on it and everything like that. But the Cranston, Rhode Island garage show on a Monday night was the best that we had on the entire tour. And that's what sparked this whole thing of, we need to do this more often. This needs to become a more regular thing. And that's how this whole garage show thing, this whole thing happened. And for anybody who's curious, no one called the cops. We literally were all night thanking the neighbors on the microphone in between sets. Just saying, thank you so much for understanding. You're great neighbors. 1 o'clock, we're still just finishing up. And we were it was just crazy. But yeah, we had a dude walk his dog at 11 o'clock at night, walking by super slow. And Jay Prophet's just that dude never walks his dog this late. Yeah, so it's just amazing. So with that said, it was just a very hectic because it's also it's Cranston, Rhode Island. So I mean, it's a driveway with a garage, and everybody is there. So it's like a gauntlet trying to walk. As soon as you get there, then you're walking up to the garage, and it goes from just like that normal neighborhood, like ambiance or experience, to like this crazy light show with music and all kind of. It was just amazing, and you'll love it. And anyone else who's watching, who's coming, will love it.
Awesome. Yeah, we can't wait. I mean, Brad said right there, she can't wait for we're next month is going to be nuts. We got all kinds of stuff going on. I got a fruit fly or something buzzing around me, and I don't know. Oh, he likes my grape Fago, apparently.
Oh, yeah, they love fruit. Those fruit flies, man, they love that fruit. You know what else they like? Cannabis plants.
Huh. See, I can't, really, dude, I got a black thumb, and I tell you this, and people laugh, but I'm deadly serious. I can and have killed cactus. Yeah.
Fair enough. So was my wife, but but she's actually a pretty good, like, gardener in every other aspect, but I thought it was hilarious that she got a cactus and it died. I mean, it's just like, it's supposed to be one of the easiest things that you can get. But it was one of those little, in her defense, because I know she's watching, and I'm sorry, I love you, but it's like, it was like one of those little teeny cactuses. It's probably like, smaller than this, smaller than a lighter.
Yeah, one of those little things. I had one a little bit bigger than that, not by much, but it didn't do well at all.
Yeah, no, that's what I do, man. Like I have, because we're in Vermont. I mean, as I'm sure you know, that it's now legal here, and you could grow it 100% legal as long as you're doing, like, following certain restrictions, which are really ridiculous restrictions, but
yeah.
I'm not going to split hairs with it. I'm glad that we're allowed to do it at all. But yeah, man, that's what I do. Other than the music thing is, I create my own strains. I have a batch right now that's growing that's, just coming, just starting to look pretty. Let's put it that way. But man, the fruit flies. Like, I have to keep a fly strip in there and it looks like it's gross.
Oh, yeah, they get that way. I deal with those. We used to live up 2 miles up a dirt road in Chittenden in the mountains when I was a kid. We always had fly strips all over the place because you couldn't fucking get rid of them.
Yeah, well, that's Vermont, man. Like, we used to for a while. I'm trying to find alternatives now, but that's for a while we had like fly strips all over our house, and I was just like walking around. One of them got stuck in my dreads, and I was done. I was done. I was like, we're getting rid of all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's like, this is too much.
Yeah, we had
a
problem once for a minute, then we figured out natural thing to kill. I mean, obviously it's not going to necessarily stop flies, but they don't like cayenne pepper. They were coming in this one window, and we just sprinkled a little bit of cayenne pepper along the edge. Done.
Then, wow. I'm going to have to remember that.
They don't like that shit at all. I know there's certain plants that you can put around that repel bugs. They just don't like them because they're really strong.
Yeah, but then they're strong for us, too. That's a problem with a lot of them.
I think one of them's peppermint.
Yeah, see, I can't smell peppermint all day.
Well,
if I smell peppermint all day, I'd probably, like, I don't know. Peppermint... To be fair, like, I used to drink, like, peppermint schnapps and stuff back when I drank. And like, I'm not even going to tell the story, but let's just say, if you've seen the movie The Exorcist, yeah. And I just can't even, like, really stand the scent of peppermint for too long anymore.
Tactile vomit thing. Okay, well, I got one for you. When I was married, my ex-wife and I, she was making corn chowder, and she can cook, but I mean, she's got like specialties, and her soups and stuff like that, or mac and cheese were her specialties, and I absolutely loved her corn chowder. Well, we had a friend of ours that was one of our drinking buddies. Well, Jen shows up this one night out of the blue. She's got a bottle of Dr. McGillicuddy's in her hand. She's like, "All right, fuckers, who's drinking with me?" And my ex is like, no, I'm good. And I had just chowed down on a bowl, big bowl of corn chowder. I'm like, bet, I bring it. Well, it didn't go well. By the end of the night, I was puking in a bucket. She was laughing her ass off, rolling all over the floor in the corner. But we had a water cooler. We had there was a problem with the idiots that owned the house before. They decided for some reason to put the well at the bottom of the hill and the septic tank at the top. So yeah, so you could use the water, but you didn't want to drink it. So
No,
my aunt
the shit rolls downhill.
exactly got us a water cooler for housewarming gift. 5-gallon jugs go in there and everything. And it had hot, cold, and a room temperature one, which was really good because, you know, I don't scotch every once in a while. I don't drink it a lot, but when I do, it's like scotch and water. I got that from my father. I guess that's how they drink it back in the old country. And I understand it. If you put it on the rocks, it cools it down and it mellows it out, but it doesn't it mellows out the flavor too. If you put room temperature water in it, it enhances it. And it brings more of the natural flavors out, the smoky flavor of the scotch. Which is awesome. But anyway, we had a little mini fridge underneath it and everything. It was a cool little cooler. But Jen's rolling around on the floor. My ex-wife made a chocolate silk pie, and there was chocolate all over the cooler and all over the floor, the chair, and the table. And I'm in the pantry by the sink, hurking in a bucket. I've Dr. McGillicuddy's since then, and it took about 10 years before I would touch corn chowder.
Just ruined corn chowder for quite a while.
yeah, pretty much. I've never. What's going on, brother? Whoop whoop.
Is that? All these people are talking, and my shit was all like frozen.
Oh,
Last thing I saw was Jay talking about the garage show. Which, speaking of actually shows beyond the garage show, I'm sure that Grim mentioned to you our camp out. I think I heard him mention the camp out.
yes. Yeah, and I was talking to Six a little bit about it before it happened.
Yeah, every year, this year was the 10th annual. It was a pretty big one. But every year that we do camp out, which is by invite only, it's like an East Coast gathering, like mini gathering, basically. Which is also why I haven't gone to the gathering in quite a few years. I mean, I went back when it was in Cave and Rock, Illinois, all the way up to the last year. I went the last year that it was in Cave and Rock, which really it ruined it once they added the internet and started having the friggin' TV camera crews come, and that just really like did it for me. It's like every time you walk around, you have like this like big professional camera in your face. And it doesn't feel like they're trying to just like capture like the vibe. It's like they're like, do something stupid for me, like that. And it's just like, bro, I'm just trying to go to main stage so I can start watching the show.
Yeah, you want to catch shit, be on the outskirts, and people don't realize you're there. Then you're gonna get good shit. It's like I can't get that through certain people's heads. Like they're like, oh well, pose for a picture. Make them say, no, I don't want that shit. You know, if I'm doing something, I'm gonna catch you natural, and you ain't even gonna pay attention. You don't even know I'm there.
Yep. Yeah, we had Driven By. I don't know if you've ever heard of Driven By Boredom. He's a dude. He would travel and go to a lot of ICP stuff, twisted stuff. All those. If you ever see a picture that has like it's a D, and then right attached on the other side it's a B. So it's like this, and then just two like swirls.
Oh.
That's his like thing. I mean, he's huge, millions of hits per day type of like huge. But I saw him with like hand his card to somebody else at a show, and I was like, I said, oh man, like I'm a huge fan of yours. I'm a huge fan of your site, and all this and that. And I mean, I had my face painted. It was an ICP show. I had my face painted, but it was all fucked up because I had been like down, like just in it. And then so it was, I was like, if you want, you could take a picture. Like, it'd be cool if you took a picture. And he's like, I don't do that. He said, I take pictures when people aren't paying attention. So I was like, oh, fair enough. I was like, that's like your process. Like, I respect that. So I was just like, well, I just wanted to introduce myself and tell you, like, I'm a big fan or whatever. And I turned around and I went back to my wife, who had her face painted, and she was standing like right there. And I had told her, like, I'll be right back. I'm just going to go talk to this guy. So then I came back and I was like hugging her and I gave her a kiss. And then I go and one of the days I'm looking at like the new pictures that he uploaded on his site. And there's a picture of me and my wife like kissing and like hugging like right after I turned my back. Like he took a picture of me like right away, right after I wasn't paying attention.
Well, dude, Juggalo love, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
What else can we talk about? What else can we talk about?
Shit,
I mean, I have to run through a whole bunch of stuff right now. We got new music videos in the works. We got That's My Family. We got Earworm Family. Yeah, we do a lot of songs with family in the name. We also have a song coming that's called Earworm Bitch, but we have an old song called It's Earworm Bitch. Don't get them confused.
Like back in the day, there was, I remember, I mean, this is, I'm going to date myself by saying this, but when Bon Jovi released Slippery When Wet and You Give Love a Bad Name, everybody was calling it Shot Through the Heart. And I'm like, no, it's not Shot Through the Heart. It's called You Give Love a Bad Name. No, it's called Shot Through the Heart. Dumbass. Here, hold on. I've got their debut album right here. Listen, see, here's a song called Shot Through the Heart.
It's different, not the same. See,
Yeah.
I think some of the best songs have a title that have nothing to do with the like anything in the song.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't know why. I just don't know why. Oh, another new thing, You Fall. That's another one. It has absolutely nothing to do really with the song. It's our new music video, by the way, if any of you aren't paying attention.
Yes. I put that on the YouTube list.
You did?
I think so. I don't. I can actually.
I didn't hear you. I wasn't like confirming that part.
Got my handy dandy laptop right here. I can actually check that real quick. Huh. Why?
I have mine too, but it's a really fancy phone holder at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of a fancy phone holder too. What? You keep getting booted. Did you turn off the Wi-Fi on your phone? I don't know, baby.
And my shit froze again. Yeah, it
that
did.
was getting booted.
We showed him that during Grimm's live stream. Sorry, I'm an out loud reader. Oh, okay. So you did. You showed him that too. See, I'm not showing anything. I'm just sitting here talking a lot. I told everybody, I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. I was like, but you all know me. Once I start going, you won't be able to shut me up. Like,
Yeah, well, you know. Okay, no, I guess I don't have that one on here. I have Don't Talk Like You Know's on here.
ah, yes, that's the one with Grimm and I. That is both of them. Fun fact for like behind the scenes. Both of those songs were on the spot. What we call so when we get together, we do on the spot collabs all the time. So if you ever hear "Dopeness Rising" by Grimm and Jay Prophet, that is an on the spot collab. Most of the time, when we do on the spot collabs, it's not just, hey, I have this beat, so let's do something with it. The You Fall, the Don't Talk Like You Know, Dopeness Rising, those and many more started with the creation of the instrumental. We actually did that all together. Not all together, but whoever was working on each individual project. And for, I believe Dopeness Rising had one too. Music video included. So we would, most times in one day, we would create the beat, write to that beat, record for that beat, and then film music videos to go with it.
Nice.
It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, the production aspect of the song, it took a lot longer. The putting the music video actually together took a lot longer. That part we took time on, but as far as like getting in, getting that beat, the rhythm of it made, and then getting in the booth and recording it. I mean, we do it. I think our shortest time was like 4.5 hours, and then the longer ones take like almost 8 hours, 9 hours, something like that. But the more people we have, it's honestly the more motivated as we are. That's one of the weird and awesome parts about Earworm is it's almost impossible for us to get together and not create something as far as music goes. Most of the time we don't even plan it. Grim and I plan it. He and I it's very weird. We're so much alike that it's almost scary in some aspects, as far as it's like, okay, so we need a bullet list. That's what I'll tell you that little behind the scenes story. So he's coming up and I'm like, oh, he's like, we should do this. I said, oh, hell yeah, that's a dope idea. We should also do this, I think. I think if we can fit it in, we should do this too. And then he messages, he's like, man, he's like, I was thinking and we probably should. And he didn't even get to finish his sentence. And I had already sent him a picture of the list that I was making. And he was just like, bro, like, great minds. Like, and I'm saying, like, it's like a fucking sheet of paper just full. So it's just impossible for us to get together and not create something. Not saying it's always going to be like complete gold. I usually think it is, and he does too, and I'm sure all the rest of us do. But it's all about the music, man. One way or another.
It is, yeah. And I've noticed that you guys work really, really closely and really, really well together. Everything that you've done, it just, you mesh, you flow, you vibe. It's just that kind of, it's almost like a communal feel.
Thank you. Hell yeah. I'm glad that's how it comes across, because we thought the same thing. We've actually had people say, like, because we've had, I'm not going to lie, we've had artists come and go from Earworm Entertainment. We are a family, but at the same time, it's also, it's the music business, and we're trying to make sure everybody is not only happy and productive, but like you said, we're all flowing and, we all kind of go together, which is a lot harder than people might think, especially with somebody like Grim compared to me, then compared to Jay Prophet, and then compared to like Mr. Nobody and NFG. I mean, it's just so different. And even if you then look at Worm City Syndicate, which is Grim Singmuff and DMK of NFG doing their own side, group, it's just so different from not only their solo stuff, but also NFG, which that amazes me because it's not anybody new, but it's something new. And that's just fantastic. I mean, so anyway, so we've had with all that and with the people that have come and gone, and we do this whole like kind of, people have called it who's that Pokemon, or like that silhouette outline of you don't know who it is, but we have somebody new joining. And so when we do stuff like that, which hasn't happened, since Grim Singmuff, he was the newest member, if you don't count Worm City Syndicate as like new. But anyway, so when we had, Grim joining and stuff, afterwards, we had actual fans approach us and say, we really love Grim. He's a great addition to you guys, but you really need to be careful about adding new people because you all do so well together that adding somebody new could ruin that, which I don't look at it like that. If I did, I would probably, one, like, stress myself the hell out, and two, it would take away from the creative aspect of it. But with that said, having somebody tell that to me and looking at what Earworm is, I got it. I understood. I was like, you know what? You're right. Is it because putting in another artist in the mix, we're not a record label. That's something I try to stress to everybody. Is Earworm Entertainment is not a record label. and people laugh when I say this, but because they were like, well, what's the difference? I said, I don't pay for shit. when you're releasing your music, I mean, don't get me wrong, I pay for a lot. There's a lot of bills that come with this. But when it comes to releasing Jay Prophet's new album or Grim Singmuff's new album or anything like that, it's up to each individual artist to do their own thing. But in the same turn, Earworm Entertainment doesn't limit what an artist can say. A lot of people don't realize that with record labels. if you're on a record label, you know, Joe Bruce of, you know, at Psychopathic, you can come to him with this dope album that you're in love with and you spent like all this hard time on and work. And if he doesn't think that it fits with the Psychopathic, he could say no. Same thing with Twisted and Magic Ninja Entertainment. I mean, you bring them an album and they don't think it fits with the MNE, they could say no. Mainstream labels are even worse. You know, they want to. Well, I missed that.
It's that fine print.
It is. It is. And they may, some even go a step further and try to tell you, well, that doesn't work, but you're going to record all this and you're going to, this is what your album's going to be. And it's not even something written by you. So with all that said, that's a big difference with us. Is Earworm Entertainment is just a collective of artists that work well together. It's a brotherhood, really, and sisterhood. We just don't have any like female artists yet. Not for a lack of trying. Let's put it that way. But it's just this. We're a family. I mean, I know a lot of people throw that word around, but we really are. I mean, we are connected on a whole nother level. It's almost scary sometimes with how well we work together. Like we'll come up with, one person will come up with an idea and the other person has already been working on something for some reason that goes with that idea. That's probably the easiest way to really explain that. Beyond that, it's a very difficult thing to explain. But it's an amazing vibe. And you should definitely try and come to the campout next year and even capture some of that. I mean, that vibe. You could do your show here too. It seems like my internet's not terrible.
Well, if nothing else, I can definitely put the show on hold for a weekend. I don't think anybody will complain if I come back with a hell of a video for them.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope too.
You know, I'm not opposed to bringing up a video camera and doing what I got to do. I actually can get more footage that way and more to play with.
100%. And we capture footage. I mean, this past campo, we recorded the remainder of That's My Family video because we don't always get it all in one shot. I will point out it is very difficult beyond the campout or a scheduled event to get everyone in Earworm in one spot all at once. It's a circus.
So,
but we recorded that and Earworm family music video. So you'd also have a bunch of footage from us too, like if you wanted, for your video. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, anything you guys can or want to give me for whatever, I'm happy to put it. I can figure something out for sure. But someone did mention about good segue there about female artists, not for lack of trying. So I was actually going to ask you about that. Is Protomorphics like independent or is she part of the label? But I guess that would be my answer.
Yeah, she's that is the answer. Right now we don't have any female artists. So the other thing is with Earworm, just because you're not a collective member doesn't mean you're not associated. I would refer to Protomorphic as a affiliate. Along with we have an artist by the name of Fatso, who is more of an affiliate. He's been featured on our mixtapes, which another thing that I had to mention too, mixtape volume 5 drops later this year. We always do that towards the end of the year, and it's just a collection of things from each of us as artists. We always put on one Earworm collective, EEAC. What was that?
I'm behind. I've got 2. I'm 3 behind, so then apparently, or I will be.
Hit up our site. It shows, like, it says if you want a CD, we do charge for the CD, but you're only paying for the CD. That's the way that we look at it. But the digital versions of all of the mixtapes are free.
Right. Well, that's how I got the first 2. I don't like doing that unless I, if money's tight, that's when I'm really like looking for new music. That's one thing, or doing research, because Grim, and that was one of the first things I did. Actually, I started talking to Six and Grim, and got in there to the website and started checking it all out. Because Six is actually the one that turned me onto it. He saw my hatchet. And
Yeah, you said that.
it's instant conversation.
Hell yeah. No, and up until recently, our site hasn't been working right. We had to move the entire everything to a whole new company that, we were going through a pretty shitty one, and then now it's great. Our site is actually brand new as far as everything's still there that was there, but it's a night and day kind of difference. But no, I'll link you up. I'll link you up so you can get all the mixtapes up to the 4th. That way you're caught up. And the Cypher album, I don't know if you've gotten that yet.
Probably not.
Yeah, that one just came out. It just came out.
No.
Yeah, the Cypher album is a collection of all of them are ciphers, obviously, but a couple of them are just Earworm. Then we have like Earworm and affiliates. Then we have one that is a state to state, which, by the way, this was all orchestrated by Grim. I mean, he's totally the man with the Cypher album. But we have one that's state to state, so we tried to get as many artists from across the country as we could, and then we have the international, which is obviously from, it's all over the world, but obviously we couldn't get everywhere, or it'd be like a 45-minute song.
Yeah, right.
But we tried to hit up as many as we could.
That's one you have to do more than one of.
Yeah, that's what you have, yeah. But that album was 2 years in the making. I mean, really, by the time everything was said and done, I'll be honest, it was a headache. I mean, organizing that many artists, and I thought 7 was difficult.
Yeah, try doing 47. I can't even imagine, man.
I was part of a Great American Collabo. It was a 37-minute song, and it was this dude, he put it together, and it was literally one artist from each state. At the time, I was just starting out music, and I was just like, fuck yeah, because he had no one from Vermont. He was just like, I can't find anyone from Vermont. So, and I was arrogant then, like I was younger and I was arrogant, and he was talking shit to me or whatever, and I was just like, fine, bro. I was like, go ahead and find somebody else in Vermont. It's like, 'cause I bet you can't. And he ended up putting me on there anyways, and I don't know why. Like, I probably just would have been like, oh, I forgot Vermont was a state, because that dude was a dick.
Right.
But let me tell you, I have a new respect for that dude. Because, he put my verse in the wrong spot. Like, there was all these problems and stuff. But when you're dealing with that many artists trying to, I didn't produce. I put together what I thought was great songs back then. And it was just me with a couple layers. And this dude was putting together shit with 50 artists plus. You know what I mean? So, because he did the hook too, and he got someone else to rep his state. So it was just insane. So I got a new respect for anybody who does something that is, that big. That's a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. I've got the one I'm putting together. There's 9 of us on there.
Yeah, see, that's getting up there.
Yeah, and it took me a while. I'm still waiting for one thing. I had something else I needed from somebody, but everything else has already gone to the engineer. He's taking care of that, and I can only imagine the headache he's having to deal with, because he's got to put all these pieces together. And I got to redo mine. I actually got, well, you can't see it because it's not there. It's imaginary right now, but I got a whole bunch of foam pieces today, and I got to cut them in half, and I'm going to start a little wall in this corner, a little soundproofed area. Hopefully, a little bit.
Yeah, this is the actual sound booth here.
Oh, there you go.
You can't see shit.
It's like a dark room.
It's my black room. It's the room my cat tries to disappear in.
Well, of course. Nice.
Yeah. It's a little here. Oh, I forgot it's on my phone now and I can move. Yeah, so here, everybody, this is my... I got
No.
I was too lazy to put in the window, so I was like, fuck it, I got an extra monitor. Let me just drill a hole.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm a 3D printer, so I
Yeah.
3D print fucking everything.
Yeah. So I was trying to find those egg crates, the egg carton type foam like that, and nobody's got that shit around here, man. Rutland sucks. There's nothing in Rutland.
That right there is the only remaining piece from my first ever sound booth.
Haha. Nice.
Yeah, it was something I made with just scrap wood and bed foam, and I spray painted CDK on it. And that's the last, when I took down my old sound booth and I built this. I mean, this took me 4 years to finally finish, because I'm a broke motherfucker. I mean, I put all my money into my music, and I mean, it took me a long time, you know, to build all this. So, when I took down the other one, I was like, I can't get rid of this, man. I was like, this is just too awesome. You know, it's like where I began. It's like that first verse. I can't throw out that piece of paper. I mean,
Yeah.
I need to hang that shit on the wall and remember forever. By the way, thank you, Crystal. That means a lot. She was at the camp out, so she was actually sitting next to my wife, and she, because she couldn't make it last year, and I debuted my Sinister Intent. Amir appeared for the first time at last year's camp out, but only at the end of my set and only for 2 songs because the album hadn't released yet. But Crystal wasn't there, and she came this year, and this year Amir demanded that he get half of my fucking set. And let me tell you, when a sinister ass fucking douchebag like Amir says, I want half your set, just be happy you didn't ask for the whole thing. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll do an hour, and then you get a half hour, and I get a half hour, and then we're all cool. So, his part of the set starts, and then fucking Crystal, I could like hear her outside being like, is he doing something new? Is he doing something new? And my wife's standing, I hear my wife, I hear the whole conversation from behind the stage. And I'm like, they're like, no, it's not anything new. It's not anything new. Yeah. And Amir comes out on the stage, and I hear Crystal say, you're a fucking liar to my wife. And it was fantastic. And anyway, so she, for the first time, got to see Amir perform. And then he went off stage, and then I came out, and then she was like, oh, there's Canna. And everybody got to see me perform too. But anyway, so for all of you who had no idea what she was talking about way back when, that was the story, and that was this year's camp out and performance. I am putting together there's my wife. I am putting together a camp out compilation not DVD, excuse me. I am not putting that much money into this. A video, and I'm going to be posting that, and it'll have performances from all Earworm artists, and then probably some random funny shit. We do a thing called Bong MacGyver. Basically, over the year, I collect some really weird shit, and anyone who took part this year can attest to that. I mean, really weird shit, like medical equipment, monster cans. Yeah, I see the eyebrow. Yeah, all kinds of shit. And then people put together a bong out of it, and then we have judges, and then yeah.
Oh yeah, I think Six was telling me about that. But okay, here we go. So I got one for you. I tell everybody this story, so bear with me. Back years ago, I was like 21, 22. I was living in Branson, Missouri, and there was a bunch of us in this apartment complex who used to hang out together. Well, yeah, respirator, I heard about that. Oh, we were talking about that last week. Maybe Grim was talking. I don't even remember anymore. There's so many people, and I feel horrible. My memory is just getting like that. Too many memories, you know?
Yeah.
Eventually, it's like a hard drive. You fill up the space and do something with it.
You're at the point where you're just jamming paper into filing cabinets.
Where the fuck, it's like that SpongeBob episode. Fuck it, throw everything else out. Everything but fine dining and your name. Oh, well, no, he forgot his name. But anyway, so we go over to Darren's and we're hanging out. There's like 5 of us hanging out, just waiting for him. And he's got the honeydew list going on. His old lady doing this, and he's cleaning out the closet, and he's putting this over here and this over there, and running around us, putting shit away, trying to hurry up so we can hang out. He pulls his box out of the closet. Team MUJ, what's going on, guys? Or guy, or whichever one. I never know which one has the phone, honestly. But whichever one of you whoop's going on. Anyhow, so he brings his box out, and he's asking her, what do I do with this? There's a shoe in here. There's a glove. What do you know? Just throw that shit out. What the fuck? But so he pulls out one of those old plastic spaghetti jars. With the clamp top on it. The clamp.
Oh, yeah. I have one.
So we drill a hole in the top, a hole in the side, pop, the 2-piece blowgun, attach a bowl to the one end, and then we filled it with water and ice. And
hell yeah.
We used to sit in my bedroom, and we put the bong in the middle of the floor and be like 12, 15 of us in a circle, 3 or 4 people sitting on my bed. I usually had the beanbag chair, a couple people standing, a couple people on the floor, somebody in the desk chair. And you had to have 2 people to operate it. You could not hit it and light it at the same time. And the bowl was all the way out here.
I have a floor bong like that.
Nice.
I call it Goliath. Yeah. Brings with that shit, and he was just like, holy shit, how do you do this? I was like this. And fucking, you gotta fill it first. But then you pull it. And that's the only way that you're hitting it, and you're clearing the whole thing. Because people try to do it, and then like fill it, and then just try to hit it. It's like, dude, your lungs aren't that big.
Nope, nobody's lungs are that big. We tried it a couple of times.
Yeah. It takes practice, a lot of reps.
Yeah. See, I can't roll a fucking joint anymore. I used to be able to, but they're always too fucking tight, and they go out all the time for some reason. I don't know, but
I'll show you something.
Oh, that's cool.
All you do, tuck it in like that, so it creates the spot for all the bud. Line it in there, not too much, or it does become like overpacked. Lick the paper, stick it over, in the back of it. Close the box, and it pops right out the top.
That's awesome. Cigarette roller like that. I mean, I know he said, but my stepfather, when I was growing up, he smoked Bugler, so he was good. He could roll a cigarette with one hand while he was driving.
Oh yeah, yep.
Like old.
I've seen old timers that could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. But he had a cigarette machine. He had one of the old Bugler ones that he had. He actually nailed it down to a piece of wood, and he had the roll over top.
Yep.
And he made extra canvas aprons for it because that would wear out, but the metal wouldn't.
It always separates. It starts to separate on an end, and then it just keeps going and peeling out. Yeah. See, the funny thing is I can roll a blunt. I actually did. I started another topic. New web series that I'm starting to do. There's only 2 episodes out. Third one's actually dropping. What's today? 24th, in 2 days. Yeah, it's going to be episode 3. But I started, episode 1 was rolling blunts with, because I get these hemp wraps. I don't use tobacco products. But I roll the blunt with the plastic that comes wrapped around the wraps. And that was my first episode. So you actually use it. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone do the dollar bill trick when rolling. Yeah. So it's the same concept. No, I can't do it with a dollar bill. I actually can't roll joints by hand. That's why I have the machine. For some reason, I can roll blunts, but I can't roll joints. But yeah, it's the same concept. What was that?
it's a different animal, you know, rolling a blunt versus rolling a joint. And I can't roll a blunt either, but I never actually tried, so maybe.
Yeah, see, I can't do it with like ones you split, you know, and you have to take out the tobacco. I can't do that. I've watched people do it, and I can't. I will break it every single time. I promise. It's just the back.
Yeah, I've watched people do that. They do that like it's nothing. Like, but I can't fucking do it.
I've seen people do it at a club. Like we were at a venue, and I'm sitting there, and I like the only thing I could get was like backwoods, and I don't like again. It's like I was told the place had wraps. They didn't. There's no other place open because it's late as fuck. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So like, what am I to do? Not smoke? And so I get back in the venue and I'm under the table, like I'm going like this, you know, getting the tobacco out because I'm like, I can't break this bitch. I'm gonna ruin it. So I'm sitting there trying to like funnel under the table, like our merch table. Like people coming by, I'm just like, oh yeah, how you doing? Yeah, oh yeah. Let me know if you see anything you like. Yo, what's up? What's up? And I'm sitting here trying to like fucking pack weed, making a mess on myself. And I'm looking over and there's these fucking people sitting not even 2 feet from me, just like fucking and go up and go and smoke. It's almost like an assembly line where I am the worst person at work. And I got about that much into it with, I think I had about that much tobacco accidentally because I said, fuck it. And it got to the, I said, fuck it anyway. And I went out and I smoked it. But it got to the point where I could start to taste like the tobacco was coming. And I handed it to somebody and I was like, I'm all set with that. I'm good. But I didn't think like to tell them. And they just kept on smoking it like it was fucking weed. And I was just like, oh, my bad. You know, that's another little like, no one really knew that until now kind of story.
That's still funny shit, though. I mean,
if it makes anyone feel better, I knew them. Like, I don't remember who it was, but I knew them.
Oh, shit.
Like, it wasn't a stranger. I didn't just, like, hand it to a stranger. Although I've done that, but with, like, a roach. Or, like, a little pea, you know, like, I have to go back into the show, and I'm like, I'm all set with that. And they're like, oh, really? And, you know, I walk away. I have done that, but I've never given a tobacco product to somebody under the pretense that it was a cannabis blunt roach. Oh, except for that one time.
The one time. The one time in camp. Yeah.
There's always that one time at band camp where, you know, shit just goes wrong.
Yeah.
Man, my chat keeps on freezing. People are probably saying some fucked up shit about me, and I don't even know.
Huh. Weird.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think it stops, depending on if you mess with it, if you reach up and...
I didn't touch anything. If I read it with my eyes, it doesn't move.
if you have like the full chat up where it's actually, you know, blocking some of it, and you
There's a full chat?
And pull straight down with your finger, it'll actually take it down to the very last message.
Whoa, something's happening. Man, I feel like so illiterate with this right now. So wait a minute, how do you get a full chat here? I don't see full chat. I see one message at a time.
Oh, you just see one message? Huh. Well, maybe it's just on my feed. There's a learning curve, too, because I didn't know that. I just see if I hit the comments, it'll give me an option to make a comment, but then I have to pull it back down, and then it's got, like, you're mostly covered by the chat bar, and then I just pull, like, halfway up, pull my thumb on it, pull it down, and it reduces it down to, like, the last message or so, depending on how long they are.
Oh, all right. Yeah, see, it's totally different on mine. You're on top, not covered at all, except by our earworm little bubble here. Let me pull that shit down. But it's pretty cool. Like, and Jay just said, he's like, the video is working amazing, and it's clear and not glitchy on their end. You have kind of glitched a little bit on me, you know, a couple times, but then again, we're in Vermont, and fuck Consolidated Communications. I don't know who you have, but that's who I got.
Comcast, but...
That's a little bit better, I guess.
A little bit, yeah. They're part of some of the work we're doing. We're doing a lot of work for a subcontractor. Well, you live around the Burlington area. You've seen the ECE trucks all over the place, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
That's mainly who I work for. I'm a flagger, and we have contracts with lots of companies, and two of our main ones are GMP. Not all of them. Colchester, we've definitely got locked down. Colchester and St. Albans and
Yeah.
Middlebury.
I have a friend who works for the state still as a flagger, but you work for a private company, right?
Well, I work for Green Mountain Flagging.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Just that is Jabba King. If you ever hear or see a Jabba, he's a semi-pro wrestler that I don't know if I know he's been dealing with an injury as of late, but that's what he does, as the old day job, I guess you'd call it. So, hell yeah, that's a tough job, man. Like I've heard people like getting pretty messed up doing that.
Yeah,
a lot more dudes.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had my life flash before my eyes a couple of times. And
Yeah, people don't think about it like that, but that's a pretty dangerous job. Some crazy motherfuckers driving.
I've lit more than one up, just almost hit me. And there's the last one was this guy. He was driving a full-size company truck, speeding in the first place. It was like 35 through where we were, and he was doing about 50 coming around this corner. It was like S-turns. And
Yeah.
doing 50 around this corner with one hand on the wheel, and I saw him, one hand, he's got his phone right here in his hand. And his eyes got really wide. Him the fuck up.
Oh, I bet.
It wasn't good. He scared the shit out of even me, and I try not to. Well, I keep telling this story, and I probably shouldn't, because Bradful's going to come in here and hit me. Think about that shit.
The dangers of the job. Hey, just you gotta be quick on your feet. That's all. I mean, and keep your head on a swivel. I mean, it's like walking through a fucking city.
Yeah. Well, that's what that was when I first started. The guy who trained me told me three things. One, head on a swivel. That's exactly what he told me. So I tell other people that all the time.
Yep.
Second thing he told me, and a lot of people don't realize this, even people who work for the company, who flag, they're like, the client, we're there. Our job is to protect the client. The client is not our number one priority.
Yeah.
We are our number one priority, because if you and your partner are not safe, nobody's safe. The whole thing's
Right.
wash, period.
Right.
So
If the safety crew doesn't feel safe, that's a problem.
exactly. So you and your partner are here. Client's right underneath you. It's a close second. Everybody else is just incidental, whatever. And the third thing you told me is, if you haven't pissed off at least 3 people during the course of the day, you have not done your job.
See, and because I have a friend that does that, already, that I've heard stories and stuff like that. And a lot of them are fucked up. He's been hit. Like, he's been hit more than once, and he's a big dude. So I am one of those people that it's like, I'm super careful, obviously, and I approach, and I'm like super, like, I'm overly cautious, because I know how scary it must be just having a car coming at you and not knowing. You don't know who's behind the wheel. You don't know that it's me whose mind is like, I'm like, there's a flagger here and I need to slow down so that, he knows that I'm being cautious too. He's thinking there might be that dude, like you just said, like sitting there, one hand on the wheel, the other one's looking down at his cell phone, watching internet porn. You just never know.
It is. It's fucking wild. And
Here, I'll still yell at, or not yell at, but I'll yell to the flagger too. If I have a question, I roll down my window and ask. It's like, I can't, we don't both, I don't know sign language. He might, I don't. So, the only other thing I can do is caveman it. Just,
yeah, I don't know sign language, but I'll try and like get my point across the best I can. I mean, it's some things are simple. I mean, this means stop in all languages.
Yeah.
You can't.
The funny thing is my wife, that's what she does for a living. She's a deaf-blind intervener. Yeah, so she actually works with kids who are deaf and blind or have hearing and vision impairment. And then she does not only like the sign, which she's probably laughing at me because I'm sounding and looking like but she doesn't just do the hand signs, but she also does in-hand signs That's the part that I thought was fucking amazing.
Ooh,
It, for
okay.
people that have vision impairments, it doesn't really help to do just signs in front of them.
No,
So it's like in their hand.
it's like a combination of Braille and sign language.
Oh, yeah, that's what it like. You know, my understanding of it anyway. But I'm sure it's a little more complicated than that, and I'm sure it's even harder to teach. But that's the one that always kind of really like rang in my head. It's just like it's not just the hearing part; it's the vision. And what happens when you have both? You know.
Yeah, if you're dealing with Helen Keller, what do you do?
Exactly. Which it's funny because I don't remember the name, and I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, love. But she always, whenever Helen Keller comes up, she remembers and mentions the name of the teacher because she said no one ever remembers the teacher.
Wouldn't it and somebody?
I think it might actually be. I think it might actually be. That's funny. If it is, like, I commend you because I don't even remember that much. And I'm telling you, my wife says it all the time.
Yeah, she just said Ann Sullivan. So, yeah, okay, I got one name right. Good.
Hey, hell yeah.
I don't know
See,
how.
I told her not to text message me, but I didn't realize there'd be a chat. So, but she has like an aggressive ringtone. And she's the only one on my phone that does. So it was like, under no circumstance do you text me, like message me when I'm on this, because I'm gonna be like,
That's all right. I had somebody try and call me, and mine froze up for a minute. That's probably when mine glitched out.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't even really a problem.
Hmm?
It wasn't even really a problem, so that's cool.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
That's what I mean. It's like this whole setup is actually pretty cool. Can you have more than one co-host?
Yeah.
I mean, I know. Oh, you can.
You can have like 4 people on here at once. Yes, my love?
That's cool.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't understand. And maybe try restarting your phone. Oh. Well, well, that's a problem. It usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's weird that she's having that problem. It doesn't seem like, and I feel bad like kicking her when she's down, but she's the only one that's having that problem, which is a little strange.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know my phone needs an update, but it's not. She's got not a lesser phone or a lower level phone. She's got the new SE.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the older ones. It doesn't have. It's still got the home button, and it's a little.
Yeah.
It's dumbed down, but it's just a little bit. And I've got I don't have a 12 or a 13 yet, but I've got the 11 Pro, so she's still doing pretty good.
Yeah, hers is right around the ballpark of mine. I have an S9. I mean, I just got it. Up until recently, I had an S7 Edge, and the only reason that I got a new phone is it literally would only get emails.
Oh.
I couldn't do anything else for some reason. Text messages just never came in. Even Facebook Messenger stopped working, which is how Earworm, we all communicate with each other. I don't really use Facebook itself. I use Messenger, and then the new thing that they came out with that I find is an amazing, amazing tool, and I've been preaching to the guys about it too. Facebook Suite. It lets you manage your Facebook pages and Instagram accounts that are connected to those pages, all from one place. And you can schedule posts. You can review your stats. You can set goals. You get comments. So like when you send me or Earworm messages, most of the time I'm not actually on Instagram. When I post stuff, I'm not on Instagram. I am doing everything from that the business suite. It doesn't even have Facebook in the name. It's just called Business Suite. SUITE. But it's awesome. And I don't have to ever go on Facebook. And I only go on Instagram when I really want to look at other people's stuff, and that.
Right.
But yeah, so I highly recommend that. checking that out.
Yeah, I might have to look and see. I don't fuck with Facebook anymore. I got tired of it. It turned into all drama, religion, and politics, and I went, nope, I'm done. So I really didn't go in at all. But Instagram, I love Instagram because it's only who you want to follow, and I don't follow anybody that's drama ridden. I
Right.
follow music and people who want to follow me and artists, and
Yep.
it's great videos and pictures, and I get to see when people's new shit's coming out. And
Yep. And it's like, it's just simple, easy. And like you said, if you don't like it, you don't have to follow it. I follow a lot of hashtags. Like obviously our own, like Earworm Family, it's Earworm Bitch. And then I follow the hashtag just Earworm because it's fun. It's actually very interesting. You get some really, really weird shit when you follow that. Yeah, like stuff from like India, like all these places that you would never really think that it's like you even know the term earworm. Like, and it's like, yeah, it's like I would think like you because people always confuse earworm with earwig.
Mhm.
They're like, oh yeah, earwig entertainment. I'm like, no, that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, different animal. That's no.
Earwigs are icky.
Yeah.
Earworms are great. Earworms don't even always have to be music. It could be about food. My wife earworms me all the time.
Huh.
Usually about s'mores. She's like, oh, are you going to make s'mores tonight? And I just look at her. I'm like, motherfucker, now you know I'm making s'mores tonight. You just earworm me. So you know I'm not going to be able to get s'mores out of my head.
Right. Oh, there we go. Seduce is July 31st. I forgot about that. Noise and Ruckus. She got that single coming out. So that means I can play it that night, right?
Drops everywhere on the 31st. Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. That'll be cool. So speaking of new music, things nobody's heard yet, I want to play another song from Protomorphic's new album. It's coming out.
Hell yeah.
I can do that, right? I was trying so hard to figure out which one. I played Be the Substance, which that was the song for those of you who caught some of it, didn't know the name, earlier, before the show, before I actually started. You know, I just went live and play a song. I've been doing that because I was doing those promos as like an intro, and it worked for a minute, and then they started chopping up and wouldn't. The sound wouldn't line up for some reason, and it's fine here and it's fine on YouTube. It renders okay, but it just does something stupid here. So instead, I've just been playing music instead. It seems to work better. But anyway, so I wanted to play, and I was trying to figure out which one. I was debating on the title track, and I think I'm not going to play that one. I think I'm actually going to play a song called Triumphant. And I know Grim knows which one I'm talking about. Have you even heard any of this yet? Oh.
So I saw the one video that the artist was drawing the artwork to her music for this album. It was like a live stream. It was really crazy, actually, as I was watching it. It was a really crazy experience. I never watched anybody just live draw before, to be honest.
Yeah, I must have missed that one because I work a lot, so
Yeah, Grim linked it. That's the only reason I saw it is because of the Earworm chat. Grim linked it up. He links everything. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that even I would miss if it wasn't for him, linking it up for me.
Nice. Yeah, he's been sitting in the chat, singing our praises the whole time. So thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Love you
I
lots.
missed half of it because my chat kept freezing, but I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna play this, and if it's not loud enough, let me know. I will turn it up. But I should probably actually turn the volume up before I start, so we can start at a decent volume. So this one's called Triumphant, and it's the whole thing's dope. I can't wait for it to drop. It's fucking fire, beginning to end. Grim actually does some of the hooks and a little bit in there too. So really awesome. And here we go. New song. if iTunes will cooperate. Good?
Stay triumphant. Every cage bird sings. I've got sore wings, the phone bings. I disassociate. Not focused on social media, even though I've got a presence. The strife is in the present. Gotta raise the vibration. Always sabotaging manifestation. Fuck that, we get off at the train station. Just keep
Put the
walking.
volume on.
Keep talking and cop blocking. Look who walked in. No shame in my game.
I'll move your phone a little bit if the volume's all the way up.
Levitate above the lanes, no time for games, acting up on a different page. There's no need to explain, I feel your pain, humble in the rain, stumbled and mumbled the same, passing on information while denying the cane. That just ain't my main thing, trying to maintain, so you do you. We out here like a couple of loose screws, like if you snooze you lose, a couple of kombuchas, yeah, cold brews. That's old news, fuck whatever they told you. We here to live and prove.
Yo, you heard it from the beginning. This is me, I'm steady winning. I do it for the women and I do it for the children. I do it for my soul and I'm still gonna get it. Evolution, my solution. Fall back and get with it.
Now, who made the instrumentals for this?
Yo, you heard from the beginning. This is me, I'm steady winning. I do it for the women and I do it for the children. I do it for my soul and I'm still gonna get it. Evolution, my solution. Fall back and get with it. Yo, you heard it from the beginning. This is me, I'm steady winning. I do it for the women and I do it for the children. I do it for my soul and I'm still gonna get it. Evolution, my solution. Fall back and get with it.
Fall back and get with it. Heavy history, your face is a mystery, but my base be blistering off your dome. Nobody could ever leave us home alone. Still, I got love for you. Come through. We gonna evolve no matter what we've gone through. We got beats, no need to argue. You don't got a lie to kick it to. Sick with it, we got the tunes out here casting runes, never high off cheap perfumes. We spark the flower and bloom. Mushrooms we consume, zoom into a new perspective. Like Mr. Lip rocking collective lenses, protecting senses. While you all acting senseless, we build a consensus to stay relentless with this creation. I meant this, my soul is ancient. I'ma stay triumphant.
Yo, you heard from the beginning, this is me, I'm steady winning. I do it for the women and I do it for the children. I do it for my soul and I'm still gonna get it. Evolution, my solution. Fall back and get with it. Yo, you heard it from the beginning, this is me, I'm steady winning. I do it for the women and I do it for the children. I do it for my soul and I'm still gonna get it. Evolution, my solution. Fall back and get with it. Yo, you heard from the beginning, this is me, I'm steady winning. I do it for the women and I do it for the children. I do it for my soul and I'm still gonna get it. Evolution, my solution. Fall back and get with it. Yo, you heard it from the beginning, this is me, I'm steady winning. I do it for the women and I do it for the children. I do it for my soul and I'm still gonna get it. Evolution, my solution. Fall back and get with it. Fall back and get with it. Evolution, my solution. Fall back and get with it. Yeah, you heard from the beginning. This is me. Fuck you. Fall back and get with it. Protomorphic. 2021 and beyond.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, cool. The whole disc is good. You know, it's all fucking fire all the way through. But it's like you were saying earlier. It's yeah, Seducer said she's got to jump off. Much love. We'll catch you in the next one. But I mean, you guys have a different sound depending on who you're working with, and it's all and you still flow beautifully all the way around. That was my knee. You know, I get more. I've got a couple. I've got a whole bunch of shit written. I don't know if did you hear the intro? Did you see that intro video I made for the?
I did not. I did not.
Well, before you jump off of here, I might have sent it to Grim. I don't know. It's on my profile. It's,
okay.
a little over a minute long. It's the last one. There was like 2 or 3 I made. Actually, I think there were 2. The first one, the vocals were, I had to mess with it. There was a problem with when I was rendering it. For some reason, it dropped the vocal level. I don't know why. I increased the gain, and it's a little bit better. So you may have to turn it up to actually hear the vocals. But it's actually my verse for this this cipher. But anyway, point being, I've got a lot of shit written, and I got a lot of stuff I'd like to have, you know, your input on. In fact, I have one song in particular. I think I'd like to have you, if he's down, to definitely be part of. It's actually about living in the 802. So.
Oh yeah, I'm always down to collab, man. Always.
Very, very cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
We'll definitely have to talk about that afterwards. Now, since we got into the playing music though, I was thinking it might be a good time to preview a song off of my new album, if that's cool with you.
I am absolutely 100% good with that. I love new shit, and I've actually kind of been waiting for you to say something about that.
I just got it up. Once you started getting hers, you know, ready to play, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, and then I got mine up too. So,
yeah.
So what I'm gonna play is the only other place that this has been played outside of Earworm Collective is I performed it this year's camp out, at the end of my set. It wasn't even part of my set. It was an afterthought. I said, you know what? I'm going to preview this. So that's the only place other than here that anybody's heard it. So it was like semi-private and now public. So here's a little taste of what is going to come off of my self-sustained album, late summer. We're looking at end of August, 22-ish. So one of the few albums I haven't set a fucking like full release date for. So anyway, without further ado, results not in yet. And if it's not loud enough or too loud, let me know. You know the drill.
Crazy, not insane. I'm insane, but not deranged. 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 You know I have to say, I think I'm misunderstood. People call me crazy, but say it like it isn't good. Normal's overrated. I think more people should go all out and lose their mind and act a little crazy. It's good for you, and maybe you wouldn't whine like little baby. What are you looking at me like that? What are you smiling about? What do you need a light for? And how'd you get in my fucking house? You sound like a broken record, always ask the same questions. Even if I had the answers, wouldn't tell you shit. You're always thought you never shut the fuck up, you negative bitch. So sit back, and relax. Anyone else here an echo box? No, relax. Every now and then, the voices in my head, they talk back. Now it's time for the crazy guy to have some fun. Now the time has come for the crazy guy to have some fun. Crazy, not insane. Crazy, insane, but not deranged. Crazy, not insane. I'm 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 insane, but not deranged. Watching people run around like chickens with no head. Funniest thing I ever seen. Don't care what anyone else has said. I make my own fun. Don't need a plot or anyone famous to tell the truth. It's always better when I go aimlessly. And I'm not talking fantasy. It's all real 100%. Well, at least it's real to me. Don't know why I'm laughing yet. Just a force of habit. Looking at the product of my work. Feeling fantastic. Last one happy for because she got a little spastic. But I took her by all these human hands. Till you fucking bent, don't make me slice you with it. Yeah, let me tell you, the look in her eyes was organic. And then top the whole thing off without a doubt. Tied her up, strapped her down, this is really bad route. Turned off the lights to build suspense to make her wonder. Then the fucking cops busted in and stole all my thunder. Crazy, not insane. Insane, but not too strange. Crazy, not insane. Insane, but not too strange. Crazy, not insane. Insane, but not too strange. Crazy, not insane. Insane, but not too strange.
Nice. That scratch was cool at the end.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep. It was all, like I said, everything, every aspect of this album was done by me, and it was the first time ever. Up until recently, I didn't make beats. And when I say recent, I mean within the last year and a half, like 2 years. I always, I beatbox, but more to myself than anything. I probably annoy the shit out of my kids and my wife. But I don't really, I never really did it with, to anything. I just like to make beats in my head, basically. And Grimm is actually the one that really got me, kind of pushed me. He didn't push me in any, specific direction. He was just like, well, you should try it, I tried kind of, a lot of people use Fruity Loops, FL Studio. That's what Grimm uses. And he's wonderful with it. But I just never really had much luck with it, and I do kind of play with it because he started to now show me a couple things. But I actually use Serato Studio, and since I found that software, I fell in love with it. It's made for DJs. It's made for people that have DJed before, like with DJ software. It's kind of set up similar, and I think that really helped me. So since I discovered that, I just kind of dove fully into it. And this album is the product of all of that practice, since I started, doing it. And I love it. I can't wait for everybody to hear the rest of it. That song, I mean, you could even see I was mouthing the words because it's so fun to perform. It was the first time, it was just so much energy and so much fun. And again, knowing that I created the feel, the vibe, I didn't just put words to somebody else's creation. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. That definitely shows, a lot of things. I guess tenacity is one of them. Innovation, creation.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to do that. There's not very many that can say that, everybody's got, and it's not a bad thing, just some, time constraints and, well, shit, I'm just not good with this. Somebody else with it and whatever, but it is absolutely nothing wrong with it. But if you've got all that talent, there's very few people that have had that much talent over the fucking years, we haven't talked yet, but I tell other people this. I'm an old school thrasher,
Oh yeah.
Fucking Ministry, shit like that. Even before that, Frank Zappa, he was incredible, but he did everything himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe a little more than just a little insane, but
you got to be a little insane to if you have all that rattling around up there. I mean, it has to bump into each other from time to time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no doubt.
Some of the greatest people are insane. It's just how you funnel it. You gotta find that funnel point.
Yeah, it's extreme intelligence or extreme, the artistic muse. Some people are you've got a muse. Some people are the muse.
Yeah. Exactly. My wife's very artistic, but she's my muse. Most people don't, a lot of people do know, but without her, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. She keeps me grounded. If there was you know what I mean? It's
I do.
Usually they say there's behind every great man there's a great woman. It's behind every great man in my case, is a greater woman. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, yeah, I do the same thing. I mean, Bradful, I don't know how she puts up with me because I'm an asshole. I'll tell you, I'm an asshole all day.
Oh yeah, I am not an easy person to live with. I will be the first to tell you that one.
I don't know how
But
she deals with me.
yeah, one day at a time. That's what I guess. That's what I guess with life. Just one day at a time.
Yeah,
Try to make it a little easier on those days that I can.
yeah, you gotta have that chemistry, you know. I mean,
Oh.
Deadpool, you're crazy, gotta match my crazy.
Exactly. You're crazy, man. My crazy. Holy shit. This has been going for almost 2 hours.
I know.
I'm shocked.
I thought, you know, I was under the impression that there was some kind of a timer on here because I know I've been cut off once, and I've seen other people get cut off and have to start all over again after about an hour. But this has been going for about 2 hours straight now. So
Yeah. I'll be honest. I didn't realize it was that late. Like, I'm going to probably have to jump off here in a couple minutes. Like, that's insane, man. Time flew by, people. Like, time flew by.
yeah. So this was really, really cool.
Fantastic, man.
It was very awesome having you on.
Yeah, Earworm Invasion. Like, to the max. Which I hear, speaking of, Maniac Max, I hear might be next. Is that a little sneak peek, maybe? Not next, but next for Earworm?
I don't know. I'm hoping so. You know, that's one thing. I was talking to Six, and he mentioned something about saying something to Max because I was like, there were 2 songs I was running yesterday. I kept running. I'm like, had them on repeat. I couldn't get rid of them. There was there's a new EP by Ritual of Ether and Goat Chain. It's the name of the EP, but the song too. It's the title song. It's the first song on there. Awesome. I couldn't fucking get off it. But the other one I couldn't get off of was Death of a Hater. Just kept playing it over because I was running the number 2, the mixtape 2, and I got and I just hit repeat, and I kept like backing it up and backing it up and backing it up, and then I said, wait a minute, there's a repeat button. Click.
There's a repeat button. Have you seen the music video for that one yet?
No, actually I haven't. I didn't realize. Oh shit, something else. Okay. Yep. I got it. I'm not complaining. Don't get it wrong. There's just so much. There's so much.
No.
So many artists, and I miss a lot of it because there's just so much.
Yeah. Well, with us, I mean, we have people on our YouTube that like they think it's like it's like a crazy Christmas type month when they get 2 or 3 Earworm videos a month. And we don't even plan it that way sometimes. Like we do, don't get me wrong, a lot of things are planned out, but some things kind of like spur of the moment pop up. And we do like, you know, drop multiple videos. But we never looked at it as like a Christmas type thing. We were just like, oh, no, we have one more. You know, oh yeah, we forgot about this. And so even just with Earworm, there's just, because we have not only Earworm, but each artist also has their own channel. You know what I mean? So like my web series is on my own private YouTube channel. And then we also have the EWEAC TV. It just gets crazy, man. So even I like don't even realize that shit is dropped out. Grim drops new videos, and I'm like, man, I didn't even know this thing existed yet.
I'm gonna have to do that because I didn't. Okay, I am subscribed to your channel. I don't know why. Okay, episode. All right, cool. I'm gonna have to check those out. So, you see, that's what I'm talking about. It's right there. I'm subscribed, but I miss shit a lot.
Yeah, you gotta ring that little bell. I learned that. You gotta ring that little bell, because then you get notifications.
Yep. It's funny.
I can't even subscribe to anybody. As soon as I can, I'll subscribe to you. YouTube, for some reason, won't let me subscribe to anything. Tells me I have too many subscriptions to subscribers. And I have like about 1,000.
Oh.
No, I don't know. I have 1,000 subscriptions or subscribers. So almost 1,000 people subscribe to me, and I have 400 things I'm subscribed to. So I don't know how that's too many.
I don't know. I mean, And I don't even know how you would do that. How would you count all of those? I mean, I'm sure they've got some kind of, obviously they can tell because they've got all the software and it's somewhere in the code. But
well, what it is, I looked it up. Yeah, what they do is if you have 20 people subscribed to you, you're supposed to be able to have 5,000 subscriptions. So you should be able to subscribe to 5,000 things as long as you have 20 people who subscribe to you. And I have almost 1,000 and only subscribed to 400. And I'm getting this little pop-up box when I go to subscribe to stuff.
there's something a little fucked up with that.
Yeah. Yeah. But once I get that resolved, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll subscribe to you as well. Yeah, all right. But all right, man, it is past 11 o'clock now. And my eyes are getting a little smaller, and they're going to get even smaller because I got to smoke some more. So
Yeah,
I'm going to go take it.
So I did, just because, certain things, not that I'm worried about it, or I mean, I'm sure everybody already knows anyway, but I don't know who's going to be looking at this when, so, I'll talk about it all day, but I just got to show you this.
Oh, hell yeah. Mr. Meese. Look at me. That's awesome. I have a little one hitter but that's way more impressive. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what I've got. Then I've got a little, I don't know if you've ever seen these. I got a little ice pipe in the freezer. It's hollowed out inside. It's hollow glass.
Mm-hmm.
Got that freezer gel in it, so it doesn't actually freeze and expand a whole lot, but it gets cold, and it's like an ice bomb. You pull it out of the freezer, pack it, and it cools it way down.
I have not ever tried one of those, and now I need to.
Remember, I'll bring it with me down to Rhode Island, and we'll have to borrow Jay's freezer.
Hell yeah. That would be awesome. Those are definitely, I'm going to have to try that. That's too cool. It's like one of those mugs that you put in the freezer. And,
Got 3 of those.
yeah. That's pretty, but better because it's like a gel and it doesn't ever crack. So,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Well, all right, man. Well, thank you for having me. I mean, this was a blast. I'd love to do it again sometime.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Thank you for coming on, and we definitely have you on whenever. We'll be talking again, I'm sure, and then on on
Oh yeah,
Instagram, whatever. I'm here usually. If I don't respond right away, it's probably because I'm in the middle of something or standing in the road. So it's not bad then.
No doubt. All right, man.
Cool. All right. What did I have? I had something I had to say. Oh, next week, for everybody who's still watching, next week we got the Rap Kaiser.
Oh yeah.
Pretty fucking fire. Well, as always, but again, thank you very much, Canna, and the whole year crew. You guys are all fucking amazing. I'm gonna have more on, more and more and more, and we're gonna be doing more shit together since we're all right here close by. I mean, you're right up in Burlington, man. We gotta fucking hang out or something one of these days.
I'm even closer than Burlington, actually. I'm like just outside St. Johnsbury.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, that's even it's even closer. So.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
Oh yeah. I just put Burlington as my location. It's the closest, biggest place. You say St. Johnsbury, and people are like, "Where?"
People say where.
Yeah, yeah, serious. But all right, man, and everybody, thank you for watching. Make sure you tune in next week, and you keep watching because more Earworm's going to be on here, like the man up there said.
Hell yeah. Yep. Love to all. Love you. Love you. Whoop whoop. We will see
Much
you.
love, everybody. Oh yeah. Peace.
Bye.